Hey tennis ballers, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing some voiceover over my point play. Starting off with a little lady luck, and I'll take it. So if you paid attention to any of my other point play videos, you know that I've played Otto a few other times, so I know his game pretty well. He's a really strong forehand, so I'm always looking to attack his backhand side. Otto is really solid from the baseline, so I'm always thankful whenever he misses a random shot. For some reason, the first few balls of a point I like to keep down the center of the court, and kid you not, that definitely hurts me.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
So far during this point play, the racket feels pretty stable. I don't know if it's the adrenaline, but I'm not really feeling the weight of the racket so much, at least not yet. And I'm able to keep my slices down pretty low, so that's always a solid thing. And wow, I'm at the net closing a volley. That never happens. Remember what I said earlier about keeping balls down the middle and how that usually comes back and bite me in the butt? Well, this is a perfect example of that happening. Otto has complete control of the point, and even though this ball right here probably was out and he called it in, didn't really matter. He was in full control and there was nothing I can do. Anyone else completely stops moving their feet when they think their ball's going out, but then the opponent calls it in, and so you miss the next ball because you just weren't ready? Yeah, that's me. A little bit of variety for myself here. I'm actually quite proud of myself for mixing up the height of the ball, and look at that, a short ball. Not too bad. So I thought that continuing with the change of pace, change of height would be a great idea. So starting off with the slice down the center of the court sounded like a good idea in my head, but realistically looking back on this footage, not so smart. Otto's still in control, and I was lucky enough to get him to hit not so great of a first volley, and so I'm able to come up with a decent passing shot at the end. Does this happen to anyone else? You know, you play a really solid point, and then the very next point you just give it back to your opponent. Nice little unforced error. And then you hope during the next point that you can just redeem yourself, you know, grind, fight hard for the point, and you feel like you played okay, and then they just come up with a perfect shot. Yeah, that happens to me too.
Nice.
But that's okay because you're in this next point. You're about to make them play, make them miss, or maybe you're just gonna make another enforced error. So at this point, being down 5-9, I'm pretty much not feeling confidence in myself or with this racket. It's just not doing what I need it to do, and so here I get an approach shot and I retreat back to the baseline and make a silly unforced error. That's not the way I want to play. But one of my favorite things to say is it's never over until it's over, and so here I go back to what was working before, and that high ball into his backhand, come up with the short ball, and he makes an unforced error. Winning. All right, so game one is over. Here we are in game two, fresh start. And I know that I really wanted to bring it to Otto, but I could tell, or at least looking back at this footage, I'm holding back just a little bit, even with this backhand down the line. He's got a pretty easy passing shot, and there's not much I can do. And after losing that first point, I can just tell the rest of this game isn't going to go so well. My confidence is just too low. Tell me if you can relate to this down below. You know you're not playing well when the points that you're playing are so short. And to be perfectly honest, at this point, I just want to get on the board. I just want to win 1 point, and unfortunately, it doesn't happen here. The way that me and Otto play points is you hit a ball, I hit a ball, and then it's live. Wasn't exactly how I want to win the first point, but I'll take it. So this point, I was determined not to make a silly unforced error, and I was able to do that. I didn't lose it on an unforced error, but I definitely got caught off guard with the low short ball. And of course, because I'm not confident, retreated back, got passed.
Yeah.
All right, so same mentality here. We don't want to make any silly mistakes. Just want to keep the ball nice and deep over the net. And for some reason, I guess into Otto's forehand, which ended up working out in my favor at the end of the point. You would think at this point I'd be a little more confident because, well, the points I'm missing, it's because he's hitting winners. But if you look at my technical, like in my swing speed, everything's starting to slow down. I'm not that confident. Things just really aren't going my way, and it shows. And somehow, in a blink of an eye, I am now down to 10. And like I said before, it is never over until it's over. And I'm definitely not going to back off now. So in this point, got my opportunity. I see that backhand down line wide open, and I take it.